Hello and welcome to Vibe TV, and this is the Getting to Know show. My name is Thomas Sharp, and today I'm joined by the curator of Wentworth Festival, Steve White. How are we doing?
I'm well, Tom. How are you? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
Thank you for joining us on the show today.
Pleasure.
Yeah. How did Wentworth Festival come about? What made you base it at Wentworth?
What made us base it at Wentworth? Well, myself and Toby Foster organised this back in 2017. We only live about 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
And we always knew about this gorgeous house, Wentworth Woodhouse, that quite frankly, a lot of people didn't know about. It was hidden away. It's a real hidden gem in Yorkshire's crown. And we said, look, let's look at putting on a gig here.
Yeah.
You know, it's great space. We know the team at the house really well. We don't have anything like this around this area. Yeah. So, let's put to work and see what comes of it. We did the first festival, went down really well. People loved it, and then wanted more and more. Yeah. So it just became a snowball, really. We'd never intended to be here 6 years, 7 years later. It was just a case of...
That's how long it's been going for?
Yes, 2017 was the first one. We didn't do a COVID year like every event, so obviously we had to miss an event. So this is technically our 7th year, but it's our 6th event.
Did you do Wentworth Festival online during COVID, or did it just stop?
We did an online version. What was great about COVID, there was lots of downsides to the lockdown, but some of the positives that came out of it was people got really creative and started, getting their content out online. Music, comedy, acting, even the soaps were working around the COVID regulations, weren't they? So we said, let's try and just put something on the date that we would have gone ahead. So we got some of our artists, past and present, to record some performances from their own homes. Tony Hadley did it, Scouting for Girls did it. We had some great performances from people like Sam Nixon, from Sam and Mark, from Barnsley. He'd hosted it in the year just before lockdown. And we managed to put together a 90-minute show, which we were really proud of in that year. What
makes Wentworth Festival different to any other festival in Yorkshire and around?
I'm going to say this, Anna, because I'm one of the organisers, but it has a vibe like no other. You know what I mean? There were some fantastic festivals around Yorkshire, around the country, around the world, where the crowds are massive and you kind of all hemmed in and people are bouncing around, having a great time together in a mosh pit. What's great about us is we've got the space to accommodate about 15,000 people. But we only sell up to 5,000 tickets. So that means you can have a bit of a crowd mosh pit at the front, but there's also plenty of space for you to chill out on your blanket, on your camping chair, and sit with your family and really enjoy the vibe. We've got lots of things going on for the kids. So we've got the fun fair, we've got the kids entertainment village. So you can let the kids wander around and know that they're completely safe for an hour and just everyone can have a good time. You've got the best of both worlds.
Right. You've got another great lineup. You've got Kim Wilde, the headliner. You've got Top Loader, Lamar. What makes you bring all them artists and songwriters come to Wentworth Festival?
Well, it's an interesting lineup this year because Kim Wilde we tried to get a couple of years ago, and we couldn't our diaries didn't make it work. So she promised. She said, "Look, I really love the idea of this festival. I've seen it. Some of my mates have told me about it, who performed in previous years. And she says I will make it so that I can come one year." So we're looking at this is the year that she's going to do it. Lamar and Top Loader, they were both with us in year one. So it's really great to have them back. And you do ask yourself that question, is it right to bring artists back who've been before? And I think as long as there's been a decent amount of time, then why not? People loved them when we did year one. Why wouldn't they love them just as much in year 6, year 7? And Lamar, it's his 20th anniversary in music this year. So it's a great opportunity for us to celebrate both his appearance at the first Wentworth and this Wentworth, and also his 20th year as well. And similar to what you asked earlier on about, the house and why we have it there, the artists are turning up and going, wow, we've been to some venues before, but we've never seen anything like this. It's fantastic.
It's amazing. That's such a good lineup as well. Kim Wilde, Top Loader. What main tents have we got this year?
We've got the comedy tent, that's back, so that runs adult comedy, I must say. It's over 18s only in there, that's throughout the whole day. But we've also got the kids' entertainment tent, so we've got lots of things going off in there. We have Sadie with a game station where she's got loads of classic board games that kids can play throughout the day. We have comedy shows going on in there. Just outside that, we have the fun fair. We've also got a Barnsley College performance tent this year, which is the first time.
Barnsley College are the main sponsors.
Barnsley College are the main sponsors, absolutely. And it's great to have you back on board again for a second year. And what we said this year is we want to do more with you. You know, we got some great performing arts students here at Barnsley College. So we said, let's put on a stage that you can run throughout the whole day. So that's going to be featuring music, comedy, performing arts. We've got a new music stage, which we've always had from year one. That showcases some of the best up-and-coming bands as well from across South Yorkshire. Got bands like No Clue, Flytrap, Cubic, Bicker. They're just some of the bands that are going to be performing in there this year. So I do ask people to go and do that, as well as the main stage. Do have a walk around and go and see what's happening in the other tents, because there's lots going on.
How much stress and organisation goes into Wentworth Festival? I know you're like, oh my gosh,
if you 2 days count left, all these grey hairs I've got around my face now. When we started, I didn't have any. Hey, do you know what? We're a small festival compared to some of the bigger ones, you know. So we're not saying we're a Tramlines or anything like that. We love the Tramlines guys. We know those guys really well. They're good friends. We run a 5,000 people festival, and we have a team that we brought together in year one that are still with us now. So it is stressful. It's stressful when you come to marketing and obviously trying to get the word out there and selling tickets and all that. The actual organising of the festival itself, the day, because we brought such a good team together in year one, and they're all still with us now, it's actually quite easy just to be able to say to everybody, we'll see you again next year. We'll see you next year. And that's kind of what's happened today. I've come to you today from the site. We're just setting up now on day 2. It's nice to see Liam turning up again, who's bringing the marquees, Dave turning up with the stage. It's almost like nice to see you all again. So it can be stressful, but it's fun at the same time when you're working with good people.
As we speak now, the main stage and everything getting set up, the bars and everything.
Being put up as we speak.
How long will that take to get set up? Obviously, the festival is on Saturday, Saturday 16th. How long does that take to set up?
It takes 2 days. We allocate 3 days. So we were there first thing. Today's Thursday. We were there yesterday morning, Wednesday, kind of just marking out on the field where everything needs to go. You know, removable spray paint, all that kind of stuff. So when everyone turns up, even though they've been before, they still look for the markings and they go, right, we're here. The fun fair's there. The stage is there. And by about this time tomorrow, we'll be starting to do all the sound checks, everything, all the sound and lighting will be put in place. And we'll be ready probably by about 9 o'clock tomorrow night. So it's quite close to the wire. I mean, it is quite close to the wire as we start the next morning. But it's such a good team down there that they'll do it. They'll do it. We have every confidence.
Kim Wilde is the headliner for this year. Then there's Kim Wilde coming off stage, and there's a DJ going on, which is Stephanie Hurst. What made you do that this year then?
That is new, and I'll tell you why we did that this year. Because last year, because of COVID, we ended up moving the festival to September. We were always in June before that. And whilst we've had some fantastic events in September, what we noticed last year was it was getting a bit dark, it was getting a bit cool when the main headline set was on, 8:30 or 9:30. So what we said, we'll try something a bit different this year, because what also used to happen throughout the headline slot is the main bar would close and people would kind of think about drifting home, and the festival just finished. The headliner would come off stage and it was just like, oh, is that it? And we never had kind of a celebration. So what we said we'll do this year was bring the headline slot forward by an hour, and that's going to be Kim Wilde 7:30 till 8:30, and then we'll have a party. You know, most big events have an after party, and we never do that. No. So we said from 8:30 onwards we'll make that the closing party. So you can get back to the bar, you can have a drink, you can have a dance. And Stephanie is one of our closest friends. We've known Stephanie for a very, very long time. I started working in radio with Stephanie over 20 years ago.
She's really good. Really good DJ as well.
Fantastic DJ, not just on the radio but also live as well. So she does the Belters show, which is the best of classic dance of the 90s, noughties and the 10s. So that would be just the perfect way to finish off what will have been a fantastic day.
Amazing. What made you move it from June to September?
Because of COVID, we were going to go ahead in June, and then we had to cancel the year everyone went into lockdown. And then our intention was to bring it back the following year. But as we got closer to June, it was like, okay, well, it doesn't look like we'll have to wait another year, but we're not coming out of lockdown early enough to do it in June. So rather than delay it by another 12 months, we thought we'll just delay it till September. and then we know we're pretty confident we'll go ahead in September of that year. Which we did, and we had a fantastic time, and everyone seemed to really enjoy it.
It is mostly warm in September, isn't it?
We've had last couple of weeks. We've had some really hot.
Like August and June and July has been very rainy. Now September's come. We're nearly going into autumn, winter, and it's like red hot. What's happening with the weather?
But people liked it, and people said they enjoyed it. People were back from the school holidays were over, so a lot of people were back from being on holiday. So it just gave them something to look forward to post-summer holiday. So that's the only reason we moved it to September. Our hand was forced.
We've heard this is the last festival at Wentworth Woodhouse. Why? What is the reason behind that?
This was a really, really hard decision. We have to grow as a business. It is a business at the end of the day. Whilst we do it for the love of it, and we absolutely enjoy it, me and Toby, you still have to look at the sums at the end of the day and say, right, okay, is it making money? Are we paying the right amount of money for the space we need? And the house, we love the house to bits. They are fantastic. We love the team there. They also have to do what they need to do. They need to charge what they charge for the rent so that they can survive as a house. But the rent we pay, it's not quite right for us. So we just had to kind of say, look, we'll have a look around to see till we find another site. And we have managed to find one, which we will be revealing in the next couple of weeks.
Right.
Because we want to move
on social media,
we'll be announcing all that because we want to make it a 2-day festival where people can come and camp and do all that kind of stuff, which we just can't do there. So we're really excited about that next chapter. But we're also just as excited about this event on Saturday, and we will be equally gutted to say goodbye to our friends at Wentworth Woodhouse. We've, we part there as friends. We will always love them. We'll always support them in what they do, and we look forward to the bigger and better festival that we'll bring next year.
Yeah, brilliant. How many people are we expecting at Wentworth Festival this year?
We always expect about 3,000 to 4,000 this year, with being the last one.
Right.
Tickets have gone up slightly, so hopefully we could get to the capacity of 5,000 this year.
Are the tickets all sold out, or is
they're not sold? No, there are still some available. We do advise that you get them in person if you can from Wentworth Village Shop or the Horseshoe Pub in Harley. They sell our tickets for us because you don't pay any online booking fee. It is the way of the world these days. If you book online, you pay online booking fees, and you still can do that. Right. You can go to wentworthfestival.co.uk, but if you want to save a few, if you buy 10 tickets, then 10 booking fees is a heck of a saving. So just pop on to Wentworth Village Shop. Well, I've restocked them with another batch today. They will probably go next 24, 48 hours. So, they're running low, but there are still some available.
Brilliant. Lastly, go and tell us your social media for Wentworth Festival. Where can people find you?
We're there. We're on Facebook. Facebook's our main one, so search Wentworth Festival on there. We are still on Instagram. We're posting stuff on there, and X, formerly known as Twitter, I think we're calling that these days.
Crazy.
And I'm still trying to learn what TikTok means, but I'm a little bit older than you guys are.
TikTok's mostly like Instagram, isn't it? But more, it's more shorter videos. Thank you ever so much for joining me on the show today, Steve. That was Wentworth Festival curator Steve White. Follow us on Instagram at VibeTV Barnsley. My name is Thomas Sharp, and thank you for watching.